friends. The very first day of spring is March 20th. So we're going to learn a little bit more about the season. Let's find out.
What are all those sounds? They're some of the sounds of spring. Spring is the season that comes right after winter. In winter, much of the United States is cold and still. Animals hibernate. Trees have lost their leaves. The ground is frozen. But in spring, everything warms up and wakes up. And if you listen closely, you can hear sounds of spring all around. This tiny frog is called a spring peeper. It is one of the first animals to wake up from its winter sleep. These frogs are so tiny, one can fit on the tip of your finger. Spring peepers may be small, but they are loud. Their throats make a bubble when they peep. In spring, you're likely to hear birds sing early in the morning. They start singing about an hour before the sun comes up. Some birds sing to tell other birds, "I'm here. This is my territory." Spring is also a time when baby birds are hatching. They sing to let their parents know they are hungry. That's the sound of someone sneezing. In spring, many people get runny, itchy noses, and they achoo! In spring, there is a lot of pollen, and pollen makes many people sneeze. Pollen is a yellow, powdery grain that is made by trees and flowers. Because it is warmer in spring, flowers are blooming everywhere. Trees are growing new leaves, and the flowers and trees are making a lot of pollen. That's the sound of spring rain. Spring is one of the rainiest times of the year, but that's good news for all the plants that are growing. They need rainwater to grow big and strong. And that's the sound of boots splashing in spring. When all that spring rain mixes with the warmer spring soil on the ground, it makes mud. I think this doggy is going to need a bath. So when you hear the peeping of a frog, the tweeting of baby birds, the pitter-patter of rain, the splashing of mud puddles, and people sneezing all around you, you'll know spring is finally here.
Pretty soon you'll be seeing lots of those signs of spring. So this week, our Let's Find Out magazine says, "Wake up! It's spring!" And there's that exclamation point, 2 of them. Wake up, sleepyhead. Can you hear the birds sing? It's warm outside. It's time for spring. Sing, spring. Those are our rhyming words. Who wakes up in spring? That's our question. We want to know who wakes up in spring. Wake up, bear. It is warm outside. There are berries to eat. Look at that big bear all the way up in the tree eating those berries. in the yellow box. Wake up, frogs. It is warm outside. The pond is not frozen anymore. Let's look at the purple. Wake up, flowers. It is warm outside. The soil is good for growing. Have you seen any of those yellow daffodils popping up yet? Those are one of the first flowers to bloom in spring. Wake up, trees. It is warm outside. The leaves are coming back. Wake up, butterfly. It is warm outside. It is time to open your wings and fly. We're going to learn about butterflies pretty soon. This is a chrysalis, and there's the butterfly just waking up. And it says many butterflies spend the winter in the caterpillar or chrysalis stage. Let's find out one more thing that we're going to do. So a long time ago, we talked about syllables. Those are the different sound patterns in words. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can figure out how many syllables are in each one of these words. Let's start with the first one, rainbow. So there's two tricks. You could do the clapping trick, rainbow. There's two syllables. Or you can put your hand under your chin and see how many times your chin taps your hand when you say it. So ready? Rainbow. There were two taps. Let's try this next word. We're going to do the clapping way. The word is ladybug. Are you ready? Ladybug. How many were there? Try it this way. Ladybug. There were 3. Butterfly is our next word. Are you ready? Clap it with me. Butterfly. How many syllables? 3. Let's do bird. Are you ready? We're going to do the hand trick. Bird. How many? Just 1. The next word is flower. Say it with me. Flower. 2 syllables. This is different from when we're stretching each sound. These are syllables, sound chunks. The next word is frog. Can you say that with me? Let's do it with our hand. Frog. Just 1 tap. Ooh, there's another spring animal, and it's a bunny. Are you ready? Let's clap it. Bunny. How many syllables? 2. And our next one is umbrella. Can you say that with me? Umbrella. There are 3 syllables. Our last one, try it on your own. How many do you think in this word? Bee. Let's check it. Bee.
Good work.
Just 1. Great job. So the next thing we're going to do is just one quick thing, and it's called Spring is in the Air. And this is a book that you'll be able to read later. So I want to give you just the first sentence so you can get started. It says, look up. You can see a bird in the air. Let's try one more page. Look up. You can see a bee in the air. And you can read the rest of the story on your own. Thanks for listening and learning about spring. Very soon you will be seeing more signs of spring. But for now, that's all for today. Bye, friends.